nice, just head on over to SuperTalk TV. And today we get to hear about some exciting things happening at the Tate County Jail. Joining us today is Chad Wicker. He is he's a jail administrator there at Tate County Sheriff's Department. So welcome, Chad.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing well, and happy birthday, by the way. I know you are joining us today on your birthday. I hope you have had a great day so far.
So far, it's been great.
Well, I'm glad you reached out to me because it's always good to hear about programs and things that are going on in our jail systems to help better those that may have found themselves there for whatever reason. So maybe they have the best chance they can whenever they find themselves on the other side. So what's going on at the Tate County Jail?
Yeah, so we had a new sheriff elected here in January, and Luke Shepard took office. He brought me in to, run his jail for him, and we had some security issues to work out, but once we got those working out, we just started developing programs for our inmates, and we have partnered with Northwest Mississippi Community College, which is based in San Antonio, actually not far away from the jail, to have a high school equivalency program or GED program for the inmates. And then also on top of that, what we've done, North Mississippi is kind of a hub for distribution with warehouses, in DeSoto County and all over Marshall County and area. So we created what we call distribution studies, or a distribution class for the inmates, where they can get a certification in forklift and OSHA, and basic concepts of distribution and how to work in a warehouse. So when they get out, they can get a job and become a productive tax-paying citizen, which is the goal of what we're trying to do. So That's kind of a nutshell what we've done.
Give them a different direction to go in other than finding their way back to there, I think would be, we could all agree would be a good thing. Chad, do you find that a lot of your inmates don't have a high school diploma? Is this something that's like a gap in them from being able to find a better paying job?
Yes, and so we found that, education is directly correlated to returning back in the criminal justice system. So the higher the education level, the least chance they're going to commit a crime. So we're trying to increase their level. I mean, I think just on average is what you look at in corrections is it's about a seventh grade education level on average, and so we're trying to increase that obviously by getting them their resources they need. One thing we also do is employability training, teach them how to do resumes and, how to dress for a job interview, how to show up on time, things like that, some people may think is, basic stuff, but some of these people may lack those skills, and we're trying to teach them again to try to get them out, because all these people are getting out. Very few of them are going to serve a life sentence, so they're all going to be back into society at some point and try to get them the skills to be successful.
Do you find that they're open to it, Chad, when you tell them, like, this is an opportunity? Are all the inmates that come through Tate County Jail sort of giving this opportunity to go through either a GED or vocational training program, or do they have to meet a certain requirement to even have the opportunity to do these types of extra things?
So they're all, it's open to everyone. Now, they have to, display a level of behavior. They can't be a problem. But so far, we've had no issues with it. We have, right now, we've got, I think, about 20 people in our GED program, and we've graduated about 17 from our vocational program, and we're going to keep expanding on that. Again, having Northwest here, they're a great partner. We're looking maybe to expand that program in the future as we kind of get our feet wet with this program.
Well, I think this is really cool. I know this is happening in other probably jails across the state as well, but anytime we can help provide those tools to encourage them not to come back, right? It's like you don't want to see them, come back in, and a lot of times it is because there's these gaps in skills. When it comes to vocational training, I mean, that can really set them up for, legit jobs next. Does Northwest come in to do that, or are you taking inmates to Northwest? I know some of those vocational trainings really need hands-on kind of skills, or is that kind of just being worked through?
So Northwest has instructors coming into the facility, and we had a forklift donated to our facility, so they get to really work on a forklift with, moving pallets around and things like that in a secure area. And the inmates really enjoy that. That's something kind of hands-on training they get. And from talking to, just people around the area, there's 100%, percent chance these guys are going to get a job when they get out if they just go apply for it. They need to work. There's a dire need for that in our area, and so that's why we picked the distribution studies or distribution vocational program is because it's such a need in our area for forklifted drivers at different warehouses and things like that. And so hopefully the goal is, we've got some graduates now that's going to be getting released here shortly to get them a job into society, and back into the working, become a productive citizen. So.
To those, Chad, that may say, if you find yourself in jail, you've done something wrong. You shouldn't get rewarded when you go to jail by getting education or whatever that. To that kind of thinking, what do you say in terms of like, hey, we've got them. They're obviously, isolated and they don't have anything else to do with their time. We should be using it wisely. But how do you kind of help people who may have feelings about people who go to jail who come out with, higher education?
Yeah, I understand that. I've done this profession for 20 years, and I certainly agree that when somebody commits a crime, they need to be punished, and being in jail is a punishment. I don't think any of the 75 people I have in my jail today would want to be here if they had a choice. And so I think just being in custody is a punishment. Being away from the family, being in a communal environment, taking a shower and things like that in front of other people, and not having the privacy you have at your home, that's punishment. Certainly the food's probably not what they're used to and things like that. So not that it's, unhuman or not up to standard, but it's not, I'm sure they wouldn't choose to eat that way or wouldn't choose to live that way if they had the chance. So I think that is punishment. But I think we have to make a decision that does it make sense to throw someone in jail over and over and over again and not give them the skills to maybe possibly be successful. I certainly think that maybe we could do a better job of providing those skills when they're younger, maybe in their formal years in high school and maybe elementary school. But we can't give up on them once they get in trouble. I think we need to continue to try to make them a productive tax-paying citizen at some point. NDOC has a 77% recidivism rate after 5 years, so we're dealing with the same people over and over again. So maybe we can lower that rate by providing them some skills to, again, make them, or help them become a tax-paying citizen and maybe not break the law.
I love it. And obviously those that choose to take the opportunity and see it as a turning point, they're going to be the ones who are going to go out and use it, right? And then there's going to be some that you just, it's just unfortunate. You got me tickled, though, Chad, because every mother with small children listening to Good Things thinks, gosh, that's what jail is like every day, trying to take a shower by myself without without people coming in and bugging me and doing all of the things. Right. Because no, it's not fun, Chad. Nobody wants to be stared at and have someone coming in and out whenever they're trying to bathe. But no, I think this is good. You said this has the opportunity to grow. Are you guys just now graduating your first little cohort of graduates, or how long has this program been going on there at Tate County Jail?
So we kind of kick-started with the first of the school year. So about the middle of August, we've started doing this, and we've had some graduates in our what we call the distribution studies. Now, we still have some people in the GED program. The way that process works is they take a TABE test, TABE test, to learn their education level, and then the instructor teaches them to get to the point where he feels they can comfortably take the GED test and then graduate. So we haven't had anybody there yet, but we're getting very close. So we hope to have some graduates of their GED by the end of October, maybe November timeframe. And then we're going to continue the opportunities there for all kinds of different programs. One thing that I think is very interesting is that Mississippi Department of Transportation had just recently at a Senate hearing, talked about a proposal with having a CDL program with inmates in custody at MDOC to possibly train those guys while they're in custody. To get out, they can hire an MDOT because they have such a shortage of people with CDL driver's license to work. And so I think there's, Mississippi has a workforce issue. I think we have a low workforce participation rate. So maybe this is a population we can get back into the, again, I keep saying it, but the tax-paying citizen, somebody who's working and paying into the tax rolls.
I think that's a good idea, Chad, and I think what y'all are doing there in Tate County is definitely a good thing. If y'all follow these individuals and sort of see, you'll have to keep up with us and let us know, how it's going, how it's working, and over the next 6 months to a year, okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or you just call back in on your next birthday. Again, happy birthday.
There we go. Yes, ma'am. 44 years old today. So.
All righty. Well, congratulations. Well, happy birthday. Enjoy your day, and thank you for your time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
All righty. You guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.